Hello and welcome to the Derek and John Chat Show.
Hello and welcome from Derek, and welcome from him.
How are you doing, John? It's been a while.
I'm very well. How are you? Anyway,
Just,
I'm almost organised. Yes.
we're just great. We'll just check because we're always a few minutes behind on these things, so we'll wait till everybody logs on and see if we can get the chat going here. Social comments will be displayed here. So people are out there. Let us know if you can hear us okay. Until we're all set up and shared. I'm on my personal page and John's YouTube, my YouTube, Twitch.
Yep, my Twitch. Yes.
Just tonight.
Yeah. So we're all over the place. So hopefully one or two people will come on and say hello, and
see if we can
have a nice little chat.
Yeah, we'll need to double check. Destinations, and I'll just check if I'm logged on here. Technology, John.
Technology. Well, it's certainly taken us a while to get this technology, where we almost want it as well, hasn't it? The amount of playing around we've done over the last few years.
Yeah. I've been streamed to my personal page and the Happy Medium page, but I've not seen any comments. So people comment if they're coming on. We'll just wait for a few. But
yeah,
on the talk about the subject tonight is new beginnings and the world that we're creating. And I think everybody's going through a bit of a change just now, John. I think everybody's waking up in some form or another to see what's going on around the world and questioning things. And I've had a lot of men come towards me, and normally in what we do, there's a lot of women. But I've had a lot of men come in and kind of feeling the energy changing as well.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? How are you getting on?
Well, I'm getting on. Strangely, kind of, it's kind of weird because considering how massively the world is changing at the moment, and there's all sorts of scary things going on, but in actual fact my life is in many ways been getting better than it's ever been before. Does that sound strange? It's just the weirdness of it. I think sometimes, though, when I'm thinking about new beginnings now, I'm thinking about how sometimes bad things that happen in the world and challenges that happen in the world herald something new. Out of the old springs the new, a little bit like the death card in tarot. Something comes to an end so that something new can begin, and we have like a rebirth, if you like. And I think perhaps that's where we're going, is a kind of rebirth around the world, with an awful lot of people looking at life differently, and being less, I suppose, being a little bit less fooled by their surroundings, if you like, a little bit less naive, but at the same time, finding new ways to put the best foot forward.
Yeah, I think that's what we've been trying to achieve. And I'm going through because it's it's 15 years professionally I've been working. It's not quite that with a Happy Medium, but I started out as something else before I got the name the Happy Medium. And I'm doing a total rebrand. And there's some really exciting rebranding and done. I've got a friend, Julia, who's a graphic designer, and she's using me as a guinea pig basically for her own projects and stuff. But I'm taking advantage of this to have a bit of a clear out and sort of rebrand myself and go back to the basics, John. Go back to what I love doing. And part of that involves the tarot card readings. And because my most popular search in my Google Analytics is people searching for tarot card readings. And it's something we both love. It's the tarot cards. Yeah. And, I teach and I teach people to read them intuitively. Used to go right into the detail of the meanings of the cards, but now you're a bit more relaxed and you're bringing in your channeling skills, and you've done amazingly well over the last 5 or 6 years. And that's what I'm trying to get, is people to intuitively work with their cards. And I'm doing little videos, and I'll be doing a YouTube channel and my Patreon as well. One of the stupid things and funny things that I did, I had a spiritual development workshop planned for this weekend. I had to change it from Father's Day,
Hmm.
but I forgot to change the Eventbrite. I changed the date, but not for the ticket sales, and so I was really a bit frustrated. Why is no one booking my course? They couldn't book it. I had 6 people phone me up and saying, "We thought your course was sold out." It's like, so I've changed it to now the 4th of August. And if you can get up, John, as well, because we'll be teaching some card readings and stuff if you're
Oh, right,
about. It's
okay.
a Sunday, so hopefully you're not working in the bar, but it's a Sunday the 4th. But I've got a big show next week in Focker's Hotel in the Gordon Arms, and that's where I'm doing my workshops. They've got an amazing middle floor, and it's actually somebody that you know is managing it. He used to work with at the Holborn Bar. It's
Oh,
Grandad's place, the Gordon Arms.
the Gordon Arms, okay.
So the manager, when you were there, one of the guys that worked there is running that place. It's his family's place. So I
Oh,
wouldn't,
okay,
I
fair
wouldn't
enough.
name any names, but he does know
No,
you.
no, he
And
does know me. Yeah. I'm
yeah,
not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but there we go.
good evening, Judy. It's somebody talking on Facebook, Judy McDonald, and it's
Hello,
good to
Judy.
meet people. We're just letting people come on because it's been kind of short notice to do this, and I thought we'd have a chat first. But one of the biggest changes I think I've seen, and it really affects us in Aberdeen, John, when we were there, is
Yeah,
having a go at the oil industry just now, aren't they?
yeah, yeah. I know the oil industry's been up and down over the last few decades, actually, one way or another, with all sorts of different things going on. So it's just the next new thing to hit. But of course, an awful lot of that is stemming from activism, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know,
and
and you know the likes of I'm not going to name the names of pressure groups and things like that because I don't want to give them any publicity. But okay, I might as well. It's not like people don't know who they are, but Just Stop Oil and those kind of characters, gluing their hands to the sidewalk and onto roads and stopping cars and lorries getting past, stopping people being able to get to the hospital with their sick relatives and things like that, all because they want us to not dig for any more oil and end up going around driving electric cars and instead promote lithium mining by young children in China. So. Uh, so,
yeah, I know what you're
yeah,
saying.
is that? I know there's no one making a noise behind me. So, is there someone making a noise behind
Yeah,
you?
Angela's just it's feeding time.
Oh,
So,
well, she's picked some moments then, doesn't she?
um, she's saying hello to everybody anyway,
She's
Angela.
saying hello to everybody. Well, hello, Angela. Yeah. So the oil industry once again under pressure and all sorts of politics going on as well. Should they explore the North Sea for more or not, and what have you? So it's all fun.
I think coming from that industry, I've got a lot of friends who are a bit worried about the future, and I'm a great believer we need a balance because we still need oil, we still need some of the products that are made from oil, and yes, everybody wants a cleaner um, environment and stuff like that. And it has to change. There's no doubt it has to change. But we'll have to do it in a safe way and in a balanced way. And I think that's what people are recognizing that, you know, it takes time to change. And I used to use, the old analogy, you fold your arms and you hold on to them for a wee minute and you try and do it the other way. It's really difficult, but it takes time and practice to change. And I remember when I was over in Norway working, and we had to have different bins for plastics and tins. And we didn't have that in the UK at that time when I was working in Norway about 15, 20 years ago. And I moaned about it. But now we don't moan about it. We just do it. And it's the same with the stop and smoking in the bars. Remember, we used to go to the bar, John, and we both
Yeah.
worked in the bar in the catering trade. And I used to smoke 25 years ago. And thank God that the bar stopped all that. And I stopped when my son was born. And I hate the smell of smoke now. I couldn't stand being in a bar now. And yet we took it as normal. And how
Hmm.
many lives have we probably saved because of that? I know there's smokers out there that will disagree. It's like, and everybody's saying that, hello,
Yeah.
Alison, Ainsley, Lynn, Auntie Lynn, how you doing? They were all up. It was Andrew's daughter's 21st and with the big tent and gazebo out in the back garden again.
Nice.
So that was good. and we're hoping to have a holistic hoot again. I think you missed that last year, John, did you? No, or were you here for it?
Holistic hoot. If
Aye,
you're talking about when you had the big table and the buffet and all the rest of it, I was there for that, yeah.
that's right,
Do you not
yeah.
remember?
You went away early.
I went away early, yeah. Well,
Was
I had to go and catch a train, yes. It was a bit of a all day, sort of, there and back home the same day, 'cause I couldn't really leave my cat overnight.
yeah, and it was we had a harp playing, and it's it was a really good time. I'm hoping to organise some more. But just before more people log on, I'll just give people a show of what's coming up in events wise. And I'll just see if I can get the graphics here, video clips. Next week I've got, well, that's the Steamboat Bar. That's the 4th of August up in Lossiemouth. I'm up in Lossie, John,
Okay,
and it's the first one up there, and I'm looking forward to that. And
nice.
then I'm in the Snog on the 7th of July. That's a lovely wee kind of cafe, and they now have drinks as well, but lovely food. They cater for vegan, gluten free, and we're doing a psychic supper there, and it's nice, it's intimate. There's only going to be 20 to 30 people at the most, so you'll get plenty of my time, and I demonstrate all the skills, past life regression, the clairvoyance, the mediumship, and we help you learn to read the cards as well. So that's a really intimate event. And there's the workshop that I have changed. And it's now on the 4th of August, the 6th of August, sorry, which is the lover's number, the 6, and
Nice.
at Sword Arms and Forkabers. And that'll be after the show in the Friday at Lossiemouth. So that's a good event. And there is included in the cost, there is a lunch of soup and sandwiches and loads of snacks. But even if it doesn't matter what level you're at, it's a good way of meeting like-minded people coming on these events. And sometimes we learn from the people that come as well. So it's really good to come along. Next week in the chats, back to normal. Thursday night, I've got Tommy again. And you know how good Tommy is at his mediumship, and he's very much like myself, loves to have a laugh. And Tommy's coming on next Thursday, and I'm hoping to be regular on the Thursday, and we'll get some ones with you through the day as well, John, when you're up, find out your days off and stuff. And again, we've got Angela, who's doing the Reiki Practitioner course on the 11th of August, in our offices in Elgin at 7 Main Road. There's only about 4 to 6 at the most that we can have on that course, but it's a very, very special course. You should come on at some time, John. If you're into kind of your advanced Reiki, and this is angelic Reiki, and I would say it's more powerful than using Reiki, and I've certainly learned a lot from it. I'm an angelic Reiki master as well, and there's something like 33 different attunements, but it's an amazing feeling. It's different and it's more modern. I could say it's an upgrade because we're all changing. It's all new, and we've got other things coming up as well. And we've been in national magazines and whatnot. You've seen us again. That was us in Christmas or New Year's Day. But we've been in Take a Break in Australia, and we've been in Take a Break here in the Fate and Fortune kind of one. So we've been in national magazines, me and Angela, all about how we met. So it's been a busy time for us, and I've got the internet a lot faster now, so I can do more from home. See if I can get this off now. It's like that's it. Back to normal, John.
Back to
So
normal.
if anyone's got questions out there, I know there's Alison saying she also hated our smell in our clothes when you came home working in pubs. Yeah, Lynn's good. She's got a train home, so that's good. And it's good to, to embrace change, John. Even though some of the changes we don't particularly like, and we can always change back to doing things better or different, and we can learn from the past as well.
Yeah. I mean, my definition of experience is the sum total of learning gleaned from every mistake you've ever made, and and it certainly is. It basically means that if you don't make mistakes, you don't learn. We don't tend to learn from successes, and we don't tend to learn from other people's successes or other people's failures. The only time we really learn important lessons, especially, is when we fall flat on our face and we have to pick ourselves back up again. And I think actually, I think the world is learning that now. It's not just it's poor Gaia
Yeah,
herself, and all upon her is learning this collectively at the moment, as we all pick ourselves up from various forms of weirdness over the last few years, and find out how now we're going to move forward into what we're talking about is as the theme of this particular chat is new beginnings. And this is where it happens, is when we leave the past behind. Just like I said earlier, the death card, kind of reminds me of that, or the Ten of Swords actually in tarot. The idea of something, going disastrously wrong, and there you are on your face down with all the swords in your back, but actually there's an opportunity there to pick yourself back up again, rising like a phoenix,
yeah.
and finding for yourself a new beginning. And we're kind of collectively doing that right now.
Oh, it's funny. The first card that I've pulled there tonight is the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and holding one. And this is a younger person holding one pentacle and one coin. It's all about the young ones teaching us as well. I've had quite a large number of people over the last, I would say, maybe 2 or 3 months who've asked me into their homes. Things been going on. Some of the younger ones not sleeping or getting nightmares or connecting and remembering past lives. It's just been amazing. And I go in there and I don't charge for when people are frightened at home. I go in because I've been there myself. Things go on. And sometimes if there is a need for therapy or whatever, I get them in and they can pay. Or if you get something going on in your house, I try and go and see. And you've come with me a couple of times in the past, John. And very often it's the person themselves that's getting the information, not the house that's haunted, it's the person. So it's like spirit are flying like, oh, they're sensitive. We'll just annoy them just now to get them a point across, but that's part of the course I'm doing, is learning psychic protection, people to learn to ground themselves as well, which is really important in this field.
Oh, you're not kidding. I've been popping up my body like crazy the last little while. I've had some interesting experiences just in that area in between being awake and being asleep. You know, it's been quite strange, to be perfectly honest with you. For some of the things I've seen, in the evenings, not long after hitting the sack. Just that tends to be when it happens. Is just when you're nodding off or just when you're waking up.
Yeah.
It's when, sometimes you think having a bad dream. What's actually happened is you've popped out your body. And you're
I've had that when I was.
it's great fun. It's great fun if you're getting to fly among the stars or in between the mountains. It's not so great if you're coming across weird entities.
Well, it's funny you saying that, because 3 years ago when I was in the hospital, I had that out of body experience. It was during the COVID. When I flew out and I was over Ben Nevis, I was up in Dingwall. There's Auntie Lynn asking for a wee card, and I was convinced I was outside my body. Whether it was or not, or it was my imagination, I don't know. But you know what annoyed me? When I came back into my body, and then I wasn't a beautiful, like in the movies, and you get this beautiful blonde nurse and everything. It wasn't. It was a hairy faced guy with a big beard with a mask on, and said, "Derek, you're seriously ill." It's like.
Lovely. What a charmer that guy was.
I know, and it's like, but then only this time last year I was back in the hospital after my uncle's. I made a post today after my uncle's funeral, and again I ended up using sepsis, but the hospital was a lot busy, and Ansel a lot busier. But Ansel was allowed in to come and see me that time, and I'll never forget that. And that's the thing about adjusting now. There's a big waiting list and whatnot, and that's all new to people having to wait again and look at other options, holistic health as well, to keep themselves fit so they don't have to go into hospital now. And I see Lynn, my auntie, asking for a wee card, so I pulled 3 cards for her, John. So I'm gonna do a wee quick demonstration of a 3-card reading. The first, Lynn's got the 9 of Pentacles, right? Now, she's 9 of Pentacles is looking at change again. Money's important, Lynn, everyone, but the peacock there, the kind of, or the bird that's there, the spiritual path is important. So it's all change. and there's an end to a situation that's happened in the past, right? And it's a new beginning. It's moving forward, and that's so relevant to what's going on around Lynn just now. But the future's great, new things. Both our husband and you could say an uncle as well, or Nick and whatnot. There's lots of new things coming up, and looking at the sun behind him, it's all a symbol of happiness. So it's feet into something new. And I do feel property's involved with that, Lynn. So there's something about property coming up as well. So where there's a change, and this is 3 cards there, and I'm actually getting invited into the Moonstone Cafe, which is a new cafe in the centre of Elgin, and they sell tarot cards as well, John. And they've got all crystal dragons and lovely food. It's just a small cafe. And I'm going in there doing readings once a week, and I'm doing a wee event there, a tea leaf reading event there soon, and maybe a wee night of mediumship one night. So I'm enjoying.
Interesting idea, a cafe that sells tarot cards.
Yeah,
maybe
it's wonderful. I think it's great, and there's people spiritually coming in, and people who are asking questions. But what they've got is the CBD oils. Now, a lot of people are confused about all them, and they're great at giving advice. So I'm hoping to have one of them as a guest on the show, and we talk about CBD oil and the benefits of it as well. And it hasn't got that crazy element in it that makes you high. And they were talking about having a high tea. Now I've got CBD tea leaves, so that'll be interesting. And I've got Jade Houston has asked for a wee card there, so I'll highlight her. See, here we go. See if you can pull a wee card, get you warmed up, John, pulling some tarot cards. We've been talking about tarot cards before we came on, weren't we?
I know, yes. That's right, because I'm going to send you a couple of decks.
Yeah. So I'll make
don't you dare buy from that local shop when you can get them for free from me.
No, but I've got some specialist cards as well. I know you collect specialist cards as well, John, but it's a lovely place to go in and see, touch and feel things as well. And there's some lovely gifts in there as well. So it's a great place. I had a lemon and honey cake today. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
With a lovely coffee. So I'll do a wee live from there next week and let you know what it's like.
Yeah, cool. That sounds interesting, actually. A cafe that sells tarot cards. I'm intrigued. If I come next time I'm in Elgin, I'm gonna have to go there.
Yeah, staff, John.
Yeah. Right then. Okay, June. Well, hello, June. How are you? Hope everything's been going well this summer. It's all sunshine and everything outside. It's a little bit close though sometimes. Now, oh, here we go. I was just like stalling while I felt like stopping. Shuffling here. What have we got? We've got 3 of Raphael. So I'm going for the Archangel Power Tarot cards. This is the original deck. You can see with the gold trim from Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Not quite sure whether Doreen would be happy that I'm still using these, but that'll be all right, won't it? So we've got a 3 of Raphael that says reasons to celebrate. Well, that sounds interesting. I wonder what's coming up for you. We could all do with a little bit of a celebration just now. There hasn't been much reason for it over the last few years. What I really feel like saying is find a reason to celebrate. Don't wait for something to fall out of the sky. Not that you necessarily. I don't feel like you're the kind of person that waits around for things to happen anyway. And it would be a good idea for you, if you don't already have something come up, is to find an excuse to celebrate. Just like these 3 young ladies are having a proper go at it down at the beach there. Actually, perhaps a trip to the beach might be in the offing, or something along those kind of lines. What else have we got here? The Page of Gabriel. So that's just a thing about optimism. Follow your passion. You're ready for any challenge. Okay, now I'm wondering which should come first, the celebration or the passion. Perhaps you kind of feel the need to cheer yourself up for some reason. I'm not sure why I'm saying that. It just, came out. Perhaps the celebration is by way of helping you put your best foot forward in some way, shape, or form that helps moving things onto a new, more positive track for you. This is a suggestion. Perhaps you should follow your passion. What is it you're really passionate about? What is it that really gets you going? because that's a thing that you should be doing, as opposed to any of the, we all have to deal with mundane things throughout the day, every week, every year, but we should really be, as much as we possibly can, doing the things that we're most passionate about. And another one, we've got 8 of Gabriel here as well. And what's it saying? A great deal of activity. Well, we can see where the theme of this is going. Then we've got this folly of passion and massive activity, massive action, that kind of feeling of putting your best foot forward again. So all these cards is really talking about. For some reason, I feel like saying leave the past behind. I don't know why I'm saying it. I just feel like saying that, leave the past behind, and find that opportunity to celebrate. Perhaps the reason that card came out first was because it's an opportunity to cheer yourself up for some reason, to help yourself find that more positive best foot forward for yourself. And really just go for it with your passion, and you're going to find, I think, the activity comes from that. One of the things about habit forming and about really having that motivation is just getting going and just getting started. And every little step you take, you get a bit more motivated, and before you know where you are, you've actually achieved something small perhaps, but you've achieved something, and then you can move forward again a little bit more and again a little bit more, and before you know where you are, you've actually got where you wanted to go. So I hope that helps. Thank you.
That was a long reading, that, John.
It's just what came out.
But I kind of was pulling a wee card there, and I pulled a sweary affirmation card, right? And do one thing every day that makes you feel effing fabulous.
Ooh, nice.
Right, look at that. Because you got a sweary affirmation card there, and I don't know where they came from. We're sitting there like that. So, and you're getting very popular, John. There's somebody asking for you specially. John going to have
well.
Alison has asked for you specially. I put your website up. So if people want to buy cards or people want to book you for a wee reading, it is johnsoracle.com still, isn't it, John?
Yes, it is. If you put me on full screen, I'll show you it.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. John's Oracle, intuitive self-discovery. That is just a tagline there. It's just at johnsoracle.com. And from there, you can find the tarot shop, if you like, where, for those who might be interested in tarot cards. There's also a possibility of booking one-to-one sessions for those who might want them there. At the moment, that's a very simplified form. You just contact me and we'll work something out. Now, here we also have a Substack, where I now have the podcast and blog rather than have it on the main website. It's now over at Substack with an opportunity to subscribe there, and there's a couple of links there associated with that. So that's that, nice and quick. So that's where to go for all of me, is johnsoracle.com. I'm very easy to find.
Just John, before you do Alison there,
yeah,
remember way back when I was working on the psychic TV and stuff, and I think I stayed over in your flat one time, and I wasn't feeling like doing it, and you came in, you've got to do it, you've just got to go on, right? And I was saying, no, I can't be bothered, it's Friday night, and you insisted because you had, I think that's the time that you had the surprise reading from me in the bar, and
I remember, yes.
And it's like, no, you've got to go on there. You've got to do this. This is before you were even into the cards, kind of more than what you are now. And I'm going back at least maybe 10 years.
Oh, that was more than 10 years ago. That was more like 15, 20 years ago. Wasn't not quite 20, but maybe about 15, 17 years ago, something like that, yeah.
And I remember you really encouraged me, really pushing me. And then I look at myself now, and you were a bit scared of them, or kind of you were a bit unsure of that element. But I look at you now, and hopefully I've helped and encouraged you as well. And this is what the development's not about our ego, because a lot of times I've come on, I haven't really wanted to come on and stuff, not. But I just felt that there's maybe a message for somebody, and I've walked into bars and pubs and shops, and I get something for somebody, and I just give it. I find some way of doing it. It's a bit annoying sometimes. When there's a wee message, and then I say, "There's my card. If you want more information, come and see me." But every time I do that, I end up getting more bookings, not from the person, but from spirit themselves or people book online. If I give something, I get something back. So I feel that part of the new beginnings is to give out, and you will receive. You know.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, you pay it forward, to a degree. I mean, I mean, what might surprise a lot of people that look at me doing this, live on Facebook is that I spent most of my life with not an awful lot of confidence, and suffering, significant anxiety issues. Can you imagine trying to be a tarot reader with anxiety issues?
Yeah.
So it's always a work in progress. It's always something that you're taking a step at a time with. There's nothing that you can do that's just going to happen overnight. But by taking that one little step, you get that one little bit further. And it's just accumulation of little steps is what anything at all in life actually amounts to. The biggest achievements is nothing more than lots of little accumulations, if you think about it that way.
There's
Um,
somebody there giving mini readings on text there who we don't know, we don't trust. So they're getting blocked. It's like,
Yes, yeah, I've noticed that coming up. There always seems to be someone wanting to come on and share share the platform. If they want to do that, what they should do is should start their own live. They should do it
ah,
for themselves and get their own. Instead of what have we got? I'm being asked to reload this page now, so that must be because you've blocked that person. Then is it?
yeah, this be
Right.
you're
Now,
fighting
anyway, so I'll leave that just now. I'm now missing the you've had to do that, and
the chat.
I'm now missing the chat because of that now, unfortunately. Because as soon as you have to block someone, it seems to make my chat go away.
What?
Anyway, what I'll do is I'll carry on with this reading for Alison. Is that all right, Derek? Have you got anything else first?
Aye, oh, you can
No,
go back to Alison.
go back to Alison while you fix that.
Yeah,
So, Alison, nice to be seeing you here today, Alison. I hope you're keeping well as well. It's a lovely summer. Now, I'm just having a little wee shuffle there until I feel like stopping. When will I stop? No, almost. This one. So I've still got these Archangel Power Tarot cards that Doreen doesn't like anymore. Give them a little cut. What have we got? We've got the King of Gabriel. There's quite a few Gabriel cards. The last reading had a little bit of Gabriel going on as well.
yeah,
Not sure how am I doing this. I'm trying to keep away from the light because I had a problem with lighting, didn't I, Derek?
yeah. But it's fine.
It's
And
fine, is it? So, what we've got here, King of Gabriel, keep your eyes on the big picture. Keep your eyes on the big picture. What have I just been, now here's the thing though, keeping your eyes on the big picture doesn't mean anything different from what I've just been saying the last 5 minutes. It's almost another way of saying the same thing. All those little steps actually contribute towards something big. If you have a particular goal in mind, if there's something that you want to achieve, it's always going to be achieved with little steps. But again, what this card is saying is if you don't keep your eye on the big picture, if you don't keep your eye on what ultimate outcome it is that you're looking for, then you may forget what what it is that you're really trying to achieve. You could sidetrack yourself. You could get a little bit lost in the middle. So what you want to do is keep an eye on a big picture, but at the same time, always make sure that all those little steps you're taking is moving towards that target. Does that make sense? So that you don't kind of veer off one way and veer off the other way. I don't know why, as I'm saying that, perhaps there's just been a lot for the last little while, or perhaps there's been a tendency now and again with you to let yourself get a little bit distracted, and perhaps not just to be keeping your focus on the thing that you're trying to achieve in that moment. And of course, life's full of distractions, especially over the last couple of years. Life's been all sorts of full of distractions, full of stresses and things like that. And actually keeping your eye on the things that you want to achieve for yourself, for your family, for those you love, has been extra difficult. And so this is just a little reminder for you to do that. Keep your eye on and your focus on the things that you actually want for yourself and for those you love, so that you don't, so that all those steps that you're taking in life are moving in the right direction, are steering you towards exactly where it is that you want to go. Now it's interesting. We've got a high priestess here, which I think is beautiful. Yeah, this is you, isn't it? I feel like saying this is you. This is an aspect of you. It's not all of you. It's an aspect of you. Powerful psychic insights. reflection and meditation. Meditation is the word that stands out to me. I don't know if you may have some intuitive skills. I feel like saying if you don't have a particular meditative practice, this would be a good time to begin. If it's floundered a little over the last little while, this is a good time to re-pick it up again. You know,
or come on my course.
yeah, possibly, yeah. You know, and this is all about you know, reconnecting again. You know, because this is all about that big picture that you want to be looking for. You know, it's reconnecting again with that big picture. And one more is the Chariot. Now, I mean, the message from the Chariot is very simple. You get what you aim for. And again, with certain Chariot cards, it almost looks as if the two horses are pulling in different directions. And this is all about really just holding your focus in the right direction and know what direction you're going in, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah. No, you're amazing at giving these long readings, John. It's like,
Are you telling me to cut them down, Derek? Is that what you're saying?
there's now hundreds of people want readings. But if people want a proper one-to-one with John, information's there, John's website. And just for Alison there, I did pull a wee sweary affirmation card again. And it is, I am my own best friend. Other people are total blanks. It's like, so bit of fun there with the sweary.
Yeah. Anyway, you started with the 3 cards, so I just kept it going.
But it's good. It's good to see you working, John. It's good to see you doing some readings and that again live as well with me. And you know, hopefully, you'll get your own channel and get stuff going as well. We've been talking about that too. And I'll be a guest.
Well, I have the facility to do it. I just haven't done it. You know, but it's in the pipeline along with a couple of things over the next couple of months. I'm sorting out a few. You know how you mentioned changes? Well, I'm working on a few changes myself. I will just leave it at that at the moment, but we'll see in a few months' time what I've worked out.
That's good. Alison has said, thank you, John. Very accurate. I'm on my fitness path with my goals in mind.
Excellent. Well done, Alison. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Sarah, Dinesh, they're quick. I'll put me onto the big screen, will I, John?
Yep, go for it.
I'll
put me.
Technology, guys, technology, change, and new beginnings. That's the theme tonight. And so as I'm shuffling, I'm feeling a lot going on around you. I'm feeling a little bit cheesed off this week. Are you a bit frustrated? Because I'm tuning into you, I'm feeling a bit frustrated with life just now. So maybe somebody's upset at you, just frustrated. And the Queen of Wands is getting in touch with your spiritual side and mastering your spiritual path. Because I feel as if I'm going off it a little bit. And it's kind of connecting to the heart center and not letting the mind, the computer, take over. And that's breath work, just taking that breath and keeping that kind of balance as well and looking after yourself. This is the wish card, right? The 9 of Cups is, what are you wishing for? And remember, what are you wishing for? Not what you try to do for others. What do you need in your life? And let it attract and resonate with that, you know? And I love this card because a lot of people don't think about what they need in their life. What they're wishing for. Yes, somebody, it's maybe wanting to see somebody get well and they wish and give healing and send that to somebody in the family. But you've also got to look after yourself. It's an analogy where if you're flying, we're running out of oxygen, you're the one that's got to take the oxygen mask first before you can help others. And that's what I feel with you, Sarah, is you need to help yourself and take some time out and really think about your way forward in life. And that's what I feel. I do feel you've had some challenges, but I feel you're at the end of that. And I'll pull one more quick card here. And it's just saying the Temperance card has come a lot tonight. And that's all about new beginnings as well. Fruit into something new, not fully in yet. And I'm drawn to the numbers. The number 5 there is in my head. So, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, big changes. I'm just feeling something big. And a wee sweary affirmation card here. And it is, I trust in myself because I am a total badass. I can say that. So be yourself, right? And learn to say no to people, right? Hope that makes sense, Sarah. And see who's coming else.
I still haven't got the
May have to log in and log out and log out and log back in, John. And that'll bring it back maybe.
Right, okay.
But I'll still be here. Who would Jane? Thanks. Jane says thank you, John, as well. Actually, have some birthdays to celebrate the next week, so you're right spot on with that, John. When you come back on, I'll let them know.
Right, okay. I
There we
should be
go.
hearing it.
Just to let you know, there, June Hudson says you were spot on with that, so as well. And Louise, oh hello, Louise. I haven't really heard from you for a long time. Maybe do a wee joint session with Louise here. Now, I am drawn to pull a lover's card for Louise for some reason, right? I don't know what your relationship status is just now, Louise, but I'm drawn to give you a lover's card. John can pull a wee tarot card and give you a wee 30 seconds.
You're trying to say something, are you?
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that I'm actually.
Taster as well. Let's say 30
Yes,
seconds.
okay. Okay, a
Look at that.
30-second card.
Trust.
Well, actually, I feel.
Trust is coming up for Louise. The situation you're calling for is to have faith. So I do feel there's new people coming into your life, and I know you've had a few challenges, and there's been deception in the past as well. And somebody's wearing a false mask in a relationship. That's the past. And just quickly there, pay attention to the red flags. And it's people around you that are not helping you. And I feel that's related to work as well. So there's change and new beginnings. I feel coming for you, Louise, in work. I know I said I wouldn't pull your tarot card, but I feel quick. And that is a relationship card as well. So it's funny how I'm getting the Two of Cups, John. You know, it's the relationship card. So I'm passing to you.
I know, well, for some reason, I just felt like using the soul coaching oracle cards this time, for some reason, and we're just going to find out what card that we've got for Louise now. We've got Essence.
What's that?
This is Essence.
Essence. Oh,
this
yeah.
Essence card is, in my essence, I am joy.
Right.
In my essence, I am joy. So, I mean, that card kind of stands on its own. I'm kind of loving the flower that's on there, What I feel like saying, you have to create joy for yourself in the world. Again, it's like the theme for these times is nothing falls out of the sky. If there's something that you want, go for it. And the joy that you will find is a joy that you achieve at the end of a lot of your own work, is what I feel like saying.
Well,
but it's there for you, and it's there for you to get, it's there for you to grab. It could very well be related to that Two of Cups. There's lots of different kind of work. It's not always about, slogging to earn a crust. You have to work at the things that are good for you as well. You have to work at the things like your relationships, like your friendships, like the love in your life, like the joy in your life. You have to work at those things as well. We all do, don't we? So, and that's what I feel like saying. I hope that helps a bit.
Yeah. And she had a loss not too long ago, and I think she's recovering from that. And there's a lot of love and healing being sent to you, Louise. So from me and Angela. So pop in and see us soon. Because she's not now. Karen Mackay, is it McKinley? Karen, she would like to have a card. I'll let you start this one, and I'll nip in for my 30 seconds.
You'll nip in for your 30 seconds. Okay, fine up. Okay, well, and Karen, hello, Karen McKinley. How are you today? Okay. Well, I've already shuffled these, so I'm just giving them another extra little shuffle. So these are the borderless weight ones. What have we got? Oh, wow.
Oh, relationship again.
Relationships again. I mean, I'm always tempted to say when I get this card, the relationships it mentions isn't always a romantic one, but for some reason, I don't want to push that point. So perhaps there is something there for you. I don't know if you're in a relationship already. If you're not, then there could be one coming up. If you are, then perhaps it's time to bring an extra sort of fresh area of romance into it. That's what I feel like saying. We've got the High Priestess as well. That's the second time that High Priestess has come up in a reading that I've done. It's interesting, the same cards kind of repeating themselves again, but I just feel intuition for some reason again is coming into it. Use your own judgment, use your intuition. You know who you can trust and who you can't, is what I feel like saying for some reason. I don't know why I'm saying it, but you know who you can trust and who you can't. You need to trust it. Trust yourself. Now, something else about these two cards in numerology, we have got, they're both kind of the number 2. Can you see that now? The High Priestess, or the High Priestess card is the number 2 card. And of course, you've got a 2 of Pentacles, so you've got 2 2s, 4, or kind of organizing your life better, so that the outcomes that you want, arrive there for you, is what I feel like saying. Be organized.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Derek?
Yeah, and I've just pulled a wee fairy card for you, and the Queen of Summer. So it's been the Queen. It's a beautiful card, and it's like you see that card there. Lovely, lovely kind of card. Being fully yourself, and it's all about loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive, as John was saying. Listening to your heart, intuitive insights. I feel you're a very spiritual person, and insights you can trust, taking care of others. And it says in brackets, perhaps too much. So there's a theme tonight about new beginnings, is taking control of ourselves. And Karen, it's all about taking control of you and taking that time out for yourself and making sure you're getting looked after and you're looking after yourself, your mind, body, and soul. But I am seeing within 2 weeks something happening, because I think the number 2 is coming up, because I've got 2 weeks, which is into July, something very special happening around you. So hope there's some good news, whether it's a new job or just something new, because it's new beginnings is a subject tonight, and 2 is a good number for new beginnings as well. So we'll leave it at that. Karen, let us know some feedback. And I've got Heather Lane, who's wanting a card next, as I'm just going down. And if I've missed anyone, sorry. It's like there's loads of comments here, and we're
you need admin help there, don't you?
like there's have you got your messages back, John?
Yes, I've got them back now. Yes,
that's good. So Heather Lane, I'll do a 3 card quick special, right? And I'm going to be doing on my TikTok and my Instagram a bit of teaching. I'm going to be doing some YouTube teaching as well on the cards. The cards are so vast, John, as you know, and the things I've picked up from other people, and the way I read cards intuitively, and the way I dream over the cards as well. I'm going to be teaching kind of on YouTube, and I'm going to do some documentaries as well coming up. And just for next week, just to kind of remind people, I've got Tommy Goodwin coming on, and Tommy's an amazing psychic medium, very funny like myself, and I love working with Tommy, even on live on the air. And we'll be demonstrating some mediumship next week. And you met Tommy; he was a guy that married us, John.
Right, okay.
And
yes, I remember that chap now. Yes,
yeah.
His Dickie kept coming off.
So he's here next Thursday, 7:30. Well, I've had to cancel a couple of shows with him before because my technology let me down, but my internet is now super fast. I've got the high speeds in the house now, and we're coming out of the office as well. I've got my business internet at home, so it is a lot better. So there shouldn't be any problems this time connecting to people, as we're finding out in the last couple of days. It's been a lot better. I'll just get rid of this now. So, Heather Lane, quick card, random. I'm having to take a little bit of a breath when I think of you. It's almost like I'm out of breath, Heather. So I don't know what that's relating to you. And I've got the Magician card first. So you've got the magic, but it's like taking a step back to think about that magic. What does that magic mean to you? What does being magic mean to you? And I've got the music in my head, the Magic Man. And it's like music's very important, I think, for you and your energy just now, is listening to good music. And I've got young people around you. So you either help when I'm teaching young people, or somebody's leading your support, somebody around you who's quite young, the page. Very sensitive person as well, male or female, I'm not sure. But this is a worry card, worrying about somebody too much in a sense. And it's like you're battering off all the demons when there's really no demons there, Heather. So there's something, again, frustrating you, but you're a survivor, and connecting to your inner self and bringing you back down to earth and grounding yourself, you'll get the positive insights because you have the magic within you and you're very skillful in a spiritual sense as well. So just listen to that intuition. I've got, for some reason, the 10th of October in my head. No idea why, John.
Oh well.
These things are thrown in, and they always mean something. And as you know, I used to give you stuff, and you said, "What the hell does that
Yeah.
mean?" That's not exactly what you would say. And then later
Well,
on, something happened on that day or whatever.
well, there'll be something. There'll be something happening in a few months' time. Then I would think for Heather. Yes.
You know what that's about. Yeah,
Mm.
something good, positive.
Yes.
So that was her. Heather, hope that was a quick one there. I don't know if John wants to pull a quick card for you.
For Heather, yeah, I've just been shuffling away here while you've been chatting away. Okay, a one for Heather, and it is, well, the Page of Wands. So, some kind of news, Interesting. 4 to 7 months away for some reason, I feel like saying. So actually, we could be around that kind of September, October time. But there is some kind of interesting news, or some kind of step forward is what I feel like saying, with the Page of Wands there. I mean, it could be from someone younger or about someone younger, so we'll see how that goes for you. Just it's a random little insight. So I don't know if that makes sense or whether it might make sense. You'll find out in a few months' time, I'm sure.
That's really good. And there's another psychic medium, large. It's like she's another one that's developing really well, and I'm really proud of. If you want to come on for a quick demonstration, I can send you a link. Let me know, Lorraine. You're quite welcome coming to a wee session live on air. Putting the pressure on her here, John. But I've done that with you, haven't I, in the past?
Yeah, well. Let's just say that the ultimately the reason I'm sitting here is because you did that to me in the past.
Where am I?
I'll never remember. I will never forget you taking me, inviting me somewhere, then leaving me with a bunch of strangers and disappearing, and I had to sit there and do card readings when I hadn't done it before.
I'm just trying to figure out who's next. Not had it yet. Is that Ainsley? You not had yours. The point I've not had it yet. I'm just trying to think. Did I miss? I better go back up the way. Here we go. It was Heather, Jacqueline Jackson. That's the next one. Jacqueline Jenkins. Quick first thoughts, John.
Quick first thoughts for Jacqueline Jenkins.
What's the first thoughts?
What's my first thoughts on Jacqueline Jenkins? Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
I've
Keep
got
going.
Don't stand for it. Don't know what I've got. Keep going and don't stand for it.
Keep going. Just keep going.
First thoughts, and here we go.
Keep going.
King of Wands, you have the power. You have the power, Jacqueline. Use it. What have you got, John?
Well, I've got 8 of Raphael.
I've got
8 of Raphael. There's something better waiting for you. So keep going. There's something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you.
There's a strength card and heartbreak card there, but I feel you're over that, and you are a strong person, and you need to, I would say, assert yourself. So assertiveness is the other word that's in my head.
Assertiveness.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice one.
Quick thought again, John.
A wonderful new idea. I already had this in my hand when you said that, the Ace of Michael. So something new, a new idea. So actually, when you keep going, then that's when something new comes. If you're looking for something new, then it might be around the corner, but you find it by just keeping on going, keeping doing what you're doing, and don't take no shit for some reason. I'm going to say as well. Pardon my language.
Jacqueline. So Ainsley, who have I missed? Ainsley Hudson. I think because we're on different platforms, sometimes we don't see the comments from different platforms. So if Ainsley's looking for a wee reading here, she can get one just now. And we don't always do this. Sometimes we have a strong subject that we talk about and discuss. But tonight, seeing I haven't been on, I thought it'd be good to come on and give back some mini readings to demonstrate our skills and also to cheer everybody up. It's a Friday night. And if you're inside watching us, it must be sad.
You could be out partying, couldn't you? Yes, you could be out doing all
sorts of things.
Maybe
you're saving money or something. Maybe you're not going out on a Friday night, or maybe you can't afford to go out. It's another thing. And but you've got us, you know.
Yes.
So Ainsley, oh look at that, the Fool card, John. That's an interesting one for Ainsley. And it's not about being foolish. The Fool is all about using the intuition and taking a leap off that cliff. It's like trying something new, taking a leap of faith, and it's like being the Fool, asserting yourself again. And the Zero is very powerful as well, because the Zero, the Fool card, can be number 22 or 23 in the tarot cards, minor, or it's zero, so it's a floating card in a sense. It's almost like, always reminds me of is it the Jack card you get? What's the card you get? You used to get the normal pack of cards. The Joker. The Joker. It always reminds me of that. The Joker. So it's getting in touch with your inner child, being a bit childish, having fun. And I'm not saying go out and getting pissed and drunk and all that, but get in touch with that inner child, Ainsley, because I feel you need to assert yourself and have fun.
Yeah, the Fool is like the beginning of a life's journey in a set, and like it's the beginning of the major arcana in tarot. It's like the beginning of a life's journey, and the Fool is full of innocence and just takes that leap of faith. So we've got the Nine of Gabriel here as well. So stay determined and move forward. I don't know. I mean, isn't it true, Derek, that just about every reading we've done tonight has had that kind of theme? You know, whether we wanted it to be there or not, we decided we were going to talk about new beginnings and taking a step out into the new world. And all of the readings we've had has more or less been in that theme. Stay determined and move forward. You know, that's what you do. Again, if there's something new there for you, take the leap of faith. Absolutely. But when once you've hit the ground running, then it's important to keep up the momentum. So I really feel like saying keep the momentum going. Once you begin, you don't begin in order to flounder, you begin to keep going. So just keep that momentum going, keep moving forward, stay determined.
Okay. Then we've got Ryan now. Is it Ryan Hudson? Could I have a card, please? Okay. I've got somebody text me on WhatsApp because we got 4 different, probably 5 channels that we're on. We're not seeing all. We're supposed to see all the comments coming through. So some people say you're not seeing my comment because it's probably not there. But if you're missing a comment, you can give us a wee private text and we'll try and give it out. And that's Heather. We will get around to you, right? I'll get one to you. But Ryan, quick card for you because we're getting loads of folk with cards. And I pulled this card. It's a fairy card, believe it or not. And it was a very masculine card. Dependable, protective, travelist, humorous. And the little words at the bottom is cautious but a wise action. Meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. So there's something that you need to do and focus on for your greater good. Not anyone else's. This is for your greater good. And he's sorry, Heather, it's Hazel. It's like I've just got a text there. Oh, it's Hazel, not Heather. It's too many H's. But Ryan, get back to you. Because it's funny because Hazel's on, she's a teacher, and I see you helping and teaching others as well. Now, whether that's kids or family around you, I do feel there's family connections. But I do feel I've been a little run down, a little bit kind of depressed possibly. But it's all going to change because you've got that light there and you're going to spread it, right? It's almost like you get the broomstick there, you're brushing out things and you've got that light. You're on top of a leaf that's flying, but you've got your own wings anyway. So pretty positive, Ryan. My ears ringing too. There's some mediumship connections there. Epiphany. Yeah.
Epiphany. I mean, something that sometimes comes after a period of hardships is epiphanies. It's like a significant lesson that gives you an answer to a way forward that you didn't think you would have before. It's like, what am I going to do? Am I ever going to find my way? It's never going to happen for me. And then an epiphany hits, and suddenly you have the answer. And often it does come after stressful periods of life. And just following on what Derek was saying, I feel like saying there's a particular way forward for you, where you're going to feel a lot happier 6 months to a year from now, after you have found yourself more, and kind of know the direction that you want to go in, and you start going in it. So I hope that makes sense and helps you a little wee bit.
Yeah. I've asked like Medium Lors to come on and join us. See if you'll click the link and see if you'll set it up. If you come on, you'll be very welcome. She's put under pressure here. It's like,
I know what that feels like. Don't do it. It's all Derek's just trouble. Don't do it.
now, Hazel, if you're out there, then see, I'll do an individual one. Hazel was a dear friend of mine who helped me through a tough time, in a sense. Yeah. I'm going to do a wee 3-card spread here for you, Hazel. And you better be listening after moaning at me. It's like, here we go. Well, look at that. Queen of Swords. That is a teacher. Mentally strong. I used to call it my bitch card. So it's like, it's okay to be a bitch sometimes. It's okay to be strong-willed. It's like, but you have to stand up for yourself because I'm getting drawn in the throat here. And you have to cut cords from the past as well. So it's about being strong, a lot of past stuff there. But I'm seeing the 4 of Wands. So I'm seeing a lot of comfort in the family and a lot of protection around the family there. And I feel a lot of loved ones above you as well. So there's stuff going on mediumship-wise around you, but I wouldn't do too much of that on here because I'm here all night. But I have got strong sense of people wanting to push you forward to have more fun again. And that seems to be the theme tonight, Hazel. And I'll take that other comment away so we don't get mixed up for Hazel there. Where's Ryan's here? Oh, hide. That's it. Oh. Oh, I don't know where your comment is, but I'll leave it blank just now. And just to see at the bottom on there is my Patreon site. My Patreon site is totally changing. I'm setting up a group within that, which I'll be talking to them nearly every second week. And if you're a Patreon member, you're going to get 20% off the workshop that's coming up in August. So it's worthwhile joining the Patreon, and there's different levels of it where you'll end up getting near enough a free reading every 3rd month. You know what I mean? So this is a bit back to Hazel here, and Hazel, if you're listening, probably standing your ground, right? And I do feel change, a lot of change around you. I've also got something new in the love department as well. Yeah, and I feel quite excited about that. And that's the beauty card, the victory card. So you're going to get your victory. Right? You're going to find the right love. If I can, you can. It's like, so there's Louise saying thanks very much, John.
You're welcome.
Where are we? Moira Spence, we've lost people. Ainsley had a card there. I don't think we did Moira Spence. You would like to do Moira?
Moira. Well, hello, Moira. How are you? Can I have a card, please? Oh, yes, you can. Oh, what have we got? Well, we've got the strength card. We have the strength card. That's strength and compassion are the words that I feel like using quite a lot when I see this card, and and here it is coming out of me again. Strength and compassion. One of the most, when you see this card, this is the character from the Empress in the tarot, and she's taming the lion, not with brutality, but with compassion and love. And there's a great strength and compassion that I feel that you have and that you're capable of expressing. And I feel like saying it's a compassion that you've needed to have sometimes in life as well. And you may feel that you need to have at the moment or in a particular situation moving forward. But it's something that whatever it is, it's a strength that you definitely have. It's a skill set that's always developing, though. What am I doing? I'm trying to find a way that this will show. It's a skill set that's always developing. With this young chap chapping away at the pentacles there, it's something that you might not feel that you have as much as you actually do, if that makes sense. That's why what I get out of these two cards together is you have a great deal more strength than you realize you have. It's what I feel like saying at the moment. Sometimes you feel that you don't have, but actually you do. But it's also a skill set that's constantly developing. But it's one of those skill sets that develops over time. The more hardship that you have to put up with, unfortunately. But that's something, that's the very thing that we deal with in life that's the most difficult, is the thing that as we move forward, we move forward leaps and bounds because of those things, even though they weren't present at the time. And I feel like saying you're going to be moving forward leaps and bounds. Like this particular card here at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups, showing me that this is you in the relative near future, in a much more comfortable and emotionally stable and happy place than you have been perhaps sometimes over the past few years. I hope that helps a bit. Hope it makes sense.
That sounded lovely, John. I like that last bit. I almost feel I should pull a sweary affirmation card. Oh, when the world said you can't, I say, effing watch me. Look at that, Moira. A lovely card.
Yeah. Watch me. Yes, it definitely fits as well. That definitely fits, doesn't it?
I've kind of lost track of where we are with people here. Right, we better give Psychic Medium Lars, as she calls herself there, can't come on because she's at work. And I know her. I know exactly who she is. And she's done really well. She's another kind of you, John.
She's another kind of me.
Aye.
Is that a compliment or not?
I remember when you started out.
If I was Lars, I would be slightly concerned about that,
I encouraged her to go on the path she's on now, and they're amazing people, and so some of her friends and family around her as well. And it's so good and privileged to know these people as well, and they were part of my journey too. So if you're still there, or you're watching it back, we'll pull a wee card for you, because I feel spiritually you're developing to a higher level and the work is paying off. And yes, there's a bit of a broken heart here, but from that broken heart, you've turned it around and you're turning into a very positive and powerful woman. Now, the Page of Wands is the start of the journey, the spiritual journey, but you're more than started. You're remembering your path. You're remembering what you need to do. And there's money coming in, King of Pentacles, getting financial advice. We can't say too much about financial stuff, but I do feel some good news coming. Whether it's the events or unexpected money, but see it as if you already got it, and I feel it'll make a difference to you in your life. Don't overdo it though. There's a rest card. I spoke about this on the TikTok last night. It's one of my favourite cards, John, because it reminds me to slow down. It's like, because when I get the kind of the Four of Swords, it's a strength card, but just recuperate a little bit and take a step back. And it reminds me, because being diabetic, I often overdo it, as you know, to take that step back. And in your mediumship, I feel that you're really developing, you're doing well. So keep at it and don't give up. John, you get any feelings?
Yeah. Well, and I've got the Four of Cups here. I mean, are you feeling a bit like the Four of Cups sometimes? Are you feeling like you're not quite all of what you want to be, or you feel like it's not going all the way that you want it to go, or it's not all come together quite the way that you planned it would? I guarantee you, I mean, even without this card, we wouldn't be unalike in that respect, because it certainly took me a fair amount of time before I got to the place where you would see me in a situation like this, for example. So it does take time to, I mean, I feel like saying build that confidence. It might just be, it's not got anything to do with your skill set or whether or not you can do something that you want to do. It's really about your confidence and about building your confidence. And the more that you play the flute, the better you play the flute, and that's how you learn. And the more you do it, the more confident you grow. So, what for some? Oh well, that's interesting. I've got two that stuck together, so they must have wanted you then. We've got the Justice card and we've got the Page of Pentacles. Actually, the Page of Pentacles represents learning a lot of the time. And that's just what I was talking about. It's just a confirmation that the more you learn, the more you know, the more your confidence grows. And this justice card, I think, is something different, something separate. I don't know why, but that for some reason I want to say that right is your side, on your side in some way, respect, or form. It's got nothing to do with anything that I've just said. This is something completely different. I feel like saying there's a situation in your life, perhaps, that you're not sure about, but you do have right on your side. And as the old saying goes, justice will prevail. Okay.
You won't believe the card just after you saying that. I think I should just put it up there so you can see that or take a picture of it. I am more than worthy. I am the effing warrior woman.
There you go. There you go. 100%.
Look at that yellow and look at that arms out. Look at that colour of wisdom. Warrior woman. I like that word. And it's a spiritual warrior. And there you go. There's an answer to that question.
Yes, I can.
I won't even say that.
No need.
Maybe that's why I'm banned from advertising. It could be these cards. And I think there's just one person there that we'll do one more kind of reading, then we'll do a wee chat and finish off a little bit. And as I said, let's see if I can get Laura McBean. Love her reading. Now, when I first seen that, I don't know if my dyslexia kicking in, John, but it says, I love reading. It's like, so I'm going to pull some romance cards for
Love
her.
a reading. Well, love a reading. I don't think that's what she's looking for necessarily, but you never know.
Maybe there's some love issues going on or something, but I'm going to pull some love card for her in a wee minute. But I'll let you do your magical cards there.
Well, the thing about the magical cards here, Laura, is that for some reason I felt like picking up the soul coaching cards, and I literally had just had these in my hand just when Derek started, talking about a love reading. But these don't have anything to do with love necessarily. They do in a sense if it means love your soul, love who you are, love everything about yourself, like the joy in the cards that we saw earlier on. Remember the joy in you. Remember the joy that exists within you and within yourself. I feel like saying the card you have is wisdom. This card here, wisdom. It says, all I truly need is within me. Look within for the answers. The answers that you're looking for at the moment, the answer to whatever question it is that you have in your mind, the answer is within you. It's not in a book. It's not online. It's, friends and relatives and loved ones are very good to go to for reassurance and consolement and things. But the answer to whatever it is that's going on within you at the moment is not with them either. The answer is within you. And that's where you have to look. Okay. Over to Derek.
I'm just checking all the things there. 3 cards have come out here quickly. Oh, look at this. There's a strong magnetic connection with somebody. So no idea if it's the present, past, or future, but it's a good connection with somebody there. Very soon, what you're asking, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you. And that's that resonate. The law of attraction doesn't work unless you have that law of resonance first, John. And that's where it's already happened. If you already met that person, you're already with that person, you're already enjoying the love that's around you, or that lovely holiday you've planned for. Because I've got a holiday, but you have to make the effort. You have to go out there, the effort, Laura, because I do feel you've been a little bit down lately. Great love is worth taking the steps you're getting to take. So, without getting too personal on here, I do feel there's a lot going on around you. But I feel some really magical stuff coming up. But you've got to want it, need it, and feel it as if it's already happened. And I always say to people, we're only getting a wee snapshot. It's always better to come in and have a one-to-one or a Zoom session. Myself or John, we're both trained therapists as well. And, we've put a lot of effort into helping people as well. So when you come for a reading with either one of us, yes, you'll get a tarot card reading, you'll get an angel card reading. But the way I do it, and John's very similar, is I tune into you first, tune into spirit and pull cards. And that's the way we kind of both work, John, in a sense, isn't it?
It really is. There's a certain amount that comes from cards, but really there's a whole experience around a tarot reading, which is a lot more than the sum of the parts that are just represented in a single tarot deck like this. You know, it's more like a spiritual life coaching session with tarot cards included. You know, that's what an experience feels like when you know someone does a reading with me. It's more like a personal coaching session where you are helped to look inward at your own personal issues and find your own answers. And the tarot cards is really just a tool to help clarify thoughts and feelings around a particular question or life situation. And yeah, so the way that Derek and I work are very compatible in that respect. We both kind of have similar outlook towards it, although we have slightly different styles.
Yeah. And just a quick kind of reminder that, you know, we have got events coming up, and, you know, I'll share some of these events before we go away. Graphics here. On a spiritual development, we've got the workshop coming up on the 6th of August, and the 4th of August, I'm in the Steamboat in Lossiemouth, the Steamboat Bar, the big lounge upstairs. But this is a really good workshop, and we'll be talking about cards there as well, and reading auras, which is really important, and psychic protection, which is one of the most important things to learn as a grounding. And speaking about the energy, we've got Angela there, who's actually, she's in charge of the course. I just help her. It's not like the other way around. And it's angelic practitioner course. Friday, you start, it's a couple hours on the Friday, and then it's full day Saturday and Sunday. And it is something amazing to learn. And it gives you the discipline as well, and the grounding too, in your spiritual development too. And I've got Tommy next week, just to remind people, next Thursday, before my live show in Fockerburs. I think I've got that one there. The Gordon Arms Hotel, Fockerburs, I'll be there on Friday night. Quite a few tickets sold. There's over 70. The hole's 100, so there's still some tickets at the door. Or if you want to buy online or give them a phone, there's still. And we've got an amazing raffle for a friends group that meet in Bucky every I think it's Wednesday they meet. Amazing big raffle there as well. Some really excellent prizes there too. So demonstrations of my past life, the angel cards as well, and the tables, fortune cookies and stuff. So a really good night. Plus, of course, my mediumship and the clairvoyance. So that'll be an excellent night. And there's some great there's the psychic supper I've got on the 7th of July, and there's lovely food. And Phil is an amazing chef, and the team there are amazing. And it's an experience going there to eat and have, you know, if you just go and fancy a lovely cake and a scone or something, go along there. And it makes amazing breakfast. I often sneak away and get a wee breakfast there. But intimate evening, only 20 or 30 people. So it's very intimate, and you'll usually get quite a lot from myself. And there's been a couple of, I think one of my friends, another medium, is coming up there. So he's getting some regular events in there. He does some lovely nights, Chinese nights and stuff like that as well. So it's worth the Snug and Alves. It's only 5 minutes from Elgin, 10 minutes from Forres, and only 20 minutes from Nairn. So if you're in that area, come along. It's a lovely place to go. And of course, we'll have hopefully every Thursday, we'll get back into it. We'll have our chat shows, and we'll get John, psychic breakfast shows, and we'll keep talking about it. We need to do one. The website. We paid for this website. We've had it for about 10 years. We've not used it. And,
I know. Maybe it's getting time we should just bin it.
It is based on the idea of doing tarot card readings on a Saturday morning. That was the original idea.
Yeah.
And we're both over tarot cards. And the tarot cards are a story of life. And that's what I say to people. They're a story of life. Put that away. So every aspect of the cards is an aspect of life. You know, and playing cards come from tarot cards, so they've been around a long, long time. You know.
Yeah.
So quickly for Mary, I think we'll miss her out. We'll do a quick 30 seconds each.
30 seconds each.
Which means about 5 minutes. It's like.
Well, Mary, how are you, Mary? 30 seconds each. Here we go. What have I got? We have got the 9 of Ariel, I've got the 9 of Ariel for Mary. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. What have you been working on the last little while that, that you think, oh, yeah, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work. Is it really going to come? Yes, it's really going to come together.
Look at that. And I've
Yes,
got,
it's really going to come together.
it's so funny you're saying that. Brilliant success, the world card. It says brilliant success at the bottom there. See if I can get it. Look. So success is on the way. The freedom to go in any direction. Our journey that is now complete. So you've got all the tools. You're ready to move forward. And I'm saying fly. Fly. I don't know if that means physically fly. You might be in a plane. But some really good news coming up for you. And Mary, stop worrying about things that haven't happened. Right? Because sometimes we can attract the negative. Right? You know when you say to John, you say to a kid, don't spill the juice. What happens?
Yeah.
They spill all the juice. Because we've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is what you don't do is you don't worry about the things you can't control. What you do is you manage the things you can.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just a reminder of John's website there at the bottom there, johntheoracle.com.
johntheoracle.com, yes. Feel free to come and see me and over there, and you can be in contact and we can organize a reading for you. Or if you want to do them for yourself, you can always buy a pack of tarot cards from me instead of going to Amazon or somewhere like that and giving Jeff Bezos some money, So feel free to come and see me. Even just go to my Substack and have a look at my posts there and subscribe for free if you want to, so you can keep up to date with some of my musings. But great to see you over there if you want to come.
Yeah, and we've got Angela, my wife, my wonderful wife, of a year and a bit. It's like,
a year and a bit.
Angela has worked with me and we're very close in working. She's got the big office in the town, which I share now with her. And she does lots of courses and she's amazing at reading your feet. She's called the Foot Whisperer. She's international as well. She spoke to millionaires and all sorts. She's very well asked for nowadays in that unique skill.
She knows what millionaires' feet look like.
So it's amazing. I'm not going to say any more than that, but
I wonder how a foot whispering goes on Zoom,
it is amazing.
Sorry, I can't help it.
Speaking about that, John, you can laugh. She just has a photograph of your sole of your feet, and she'll be reading from it. It's just totally fun.
Yeah, I know. She's absolutely incredible. Yeah,
it's just amazing, and she undersells herself. She's just totally amazing, And I'm so lucky to have her in my life, I better say that or I'll get shot.
No, it's true though. She's a wonderful human being. She's so good at what she does as well. She's really worth the time and energy to spend a little bit of time with her. She's amazing.
Yeah, and it's unfortunately we're kind of run out of time to do readings because I have to go and get fed and I'm diabetic, so it's important that I eat. So I've got to look after myself. And John, it's been great having you back on again, and we'll get
yes.
Once we find out your dates you're off, because that's another reason we haven't been as much as John's been working. But I've got Tommy next week, and we'll maybe get John back on, maybe through the day one time on a Saturday or a Sunday, and we could do some more card readings or talk about tarot cards. We both love tarot cards.
Yeah.
We both love doing card
I have an embarrassing collection of them, it has to be said.
Get you up here and, I get an event organised soon. Yeah. Right. So,
yes,
for the rest of the people who's out there and haven't seen me or John, you've got all the contact details. And if you're feeling a little bit down or you've liked what you've seen here, there's Mary saying she's brilliant, Angela, going to Angela, and it's Mary saying thanks for reading too quickly there as well. And it just shows you if I can do it and I can teach people like John and we've had Lorraine on earlier on, that's the beauty of coming to these courses as well. And spending time, I love spending time with people who are interested in this. And it's not just about the cards, it's about how you feel about life. And like you're saying, if I can do it, you can do it. And that is part of the new beginnings, is be open to new suggestions, be open to new beginnings. So that was the theme tonight, John. It's come out in some of the readings as well.
Yeah.
So if you get any last insights for us all?
And the last insights for us all, yeah, I mean, the whole theme of today has been new beginnings, and I just feel like saying for some reason in my head, put your best foot forward. Just put your best foot forward. That's the only words that are in my head just now, and it could almost relate to anybody. But for some reason, it feels like there are a few people in this group at the moment who've agreed. And we're very grateful, shared some time with us tonight. Is to keep putting your best foot forward. For whoever needs to hear it, just keep taking one step after the other and keep moving forward, and you're going to be just fine.
Yeah, and Evelyn Smith here. Sorry, we're just going to sign off. But maybe next time or next Thursday, if you want to be reading, I've got a psychic medium, Tommy Goodman, coming on, so he'll be doing some mediumship readings as well. Card for us all tonight. Before I finish off, the Ace of Winter, bringing some coolness. I notice it's raining outside, so maybe it's appropriate. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. Just on the theme, it's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. So get the new ideas, the new beginnings, and move forward. Look at that lady there,
Nice.
strong, powerful lady. So be strong, embrace the new energy, embrace the new sun. See, it's been summer solstice this week.
That's it. Yes, that's it.
Yeah. So everyone else will say cheerio. I'll finish off with my little graphic video here. See if we can find a different one to play. And then we'll say cheerio to everybody. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Thursday, and I know it's Friday tonight, and I know you took all that special time to come, but here we go. See you all later.